All right, good morning, everybody. Today is Friday, March 15th, and starting off with the markups for US 30, gold, and EU. So here with the zones, and keep in mind we're not trading the first 15 minutes of New York Open. Here with the zones, we have, let's see what we have here. We have inner demand zone here at 38,702. And I have an alert set up there. We do have this zone at 38,740. Let's see. Let's look at this real quick. No, it's the 702 area. For inner supply zone, we come down here and go to here. Let's see. This. Yeah, go here, 39,026. We had an alert there. Right there. For the 30-minute time frame, 30-minute time frame, this inner supply right here at 39,028. So this lines up with the 15-minute as well. For the buy, this one would be at 38,634. So the 30-minute buy is more optimal than the 15-minute buy, but the 15-minute and 30-minute sells are lining up. For gold, gold is still the same areas from yesterday. So the buy zone is at 2150.6. Sell zone or inner supply zone, I'll still leave it at 2181 for now. This area right here is a little, yeah, I'll leave it at 2181. And for the 30-minute, 30-minute buy is at 2145.8. The sell would be at, so not this. Sell on gold would actually be at 2172.76. And I'll go ahead and set an alert here. For EU, on the 15-minute time frame, sell for EU would be none of these zones. Sell for EU would have to be all the way up here at the nearest sell is 1.09446. Or supply, let me put it that way. Then just put an alert here as well. So remember this setups between 9:45 to 10:30 or 9:45 to 11 a.m. Eastern time and after 12:30 p.m. Eastern time. So between 12:30 and actually I think I'll increase it to 12:30 to 3 or 3:30. You really don't want to catch it around 4 p.m. Because if you do notice every day, and I think it's called power hour, there's a lot of moves happening at like 3, you normally have like a nice reversal, normally a nice reversal or a nice spike up in liquidity around 2:30 to 3-ish. So that's why I mentioned those times for catching these setups. For the 30-minute time frame on EU, this buy is still, we missed this yesterday by a little bit, but this buy zone is still valid. No immediate 30-minute supply zone. So the next one would be this one right here at 1.09452, which matches up with the 15-minute. I don't think we'll get that on EU, especially since we don't have news. And in most of these instances, I've noticed that this inner supply and inner demand zones on EU are best during news days. Because yesterday, if you guys remember, yesterday we had some demand setups on EU, which I said I wasn't taking. I think it was on the hourly and 4-hour, and EU kept pumping down to the downside. So I'm not really looking to even be trading EU as much anymore, unless it's during news days, or have some heavy news days. Supply zone on US 30 on the hourly, 39,021. I think this lines up with the 15-minute time frame as well. On the hourly time frame for US 30, the next supply zone is still down here at 38,631. I do think we might get this one later on at in the afternoon, and especially knowing how price moves on Fridays. So I'll leave that there as well. Gold on the hourly. Uh, Gold on the hourly, let's see. Yeah, this is still supply zone 2176, inner demand zone at 2144. So that still remains on the hourly. And then EU on the hourly, we have this supply zone right here, inner supply zone at 1.0. So the EU supply zones line up from the hourly to the 15-minute and also 30-minute. So that might be a nice one, but I don't think EU will get back up here immediately. Inner demand zone on EU 1.08674 on the hourly as well. So that remains as is. And then on the 4-hour time frame, and it's currently 9:45. So any trade setups that line up beginning now are valid to take. So we'll see if any of these alerts go off. For US 30, that inner supply still remains on the 4-hour time frame. We have a 4-hour setup here on US 30 at this will be at 38,737 on the 4-hour time frame. So see about that. 4-hour time frame on gold. We actually have a let's see. We have a buy on gold. This is this zone. There's a buy on gold on the 4-hour time frame that's currently running. So it would have been that zone. So there's a buy on gold currently going. Add alert. So inner demand right here. The low was 2157, so you would have gone to the 5-second time frame on gold. 2157 looked from, did we have that crossover? Yeah, so the crossover buy was right here. So your entry would have been up here. But that happened, actually that happened at the 9:45. So if we had seen this, I would have taken that buy on gold. But that's let's see at what point it gets to a 1:1. If it comes back down, I will look to take it. But if it goes to this zone first before coming back down, I'll just forget about it. But yeah, this was a inner demand zone right here. Because you can see the zone it's based off of this top zone and this bottom zone. And this bottom zone, there's this deviation in price where there was this green white border that I told you guys about. So within these two white borders, that becomes one zone by itself. And then you look for the overlapping zones, and the overlapping zones were at 2157 point or 2158 area. And this was the same buy area from yesterday. The trade I took got stopped at a break even yesterday later on. It came to like 10 pips away from TP and then came back down and hit my break even. But this is the similar area from yesterday. And it happened actually after the live session. So if you remember during the live session, I was telling you guys about that 2157 area. But anyway, so we'll see if this trade gets to like a 1:1 or touches 2161 before coming back down. I'll forget about that because if we had taken it, we would have been at break even for that trade. 4-hour setup. And if it hits break even, I'll just move that zone. For EU, there's this inner demand zone here at 1.08682. And for the sells, we have this first zone here. So the first selling zone on EU on the 4-hour time frame or supply zone is right here because that's where the white border starts getting in right there. And then this would be the supply zone or inner supply zone for EU. Yeah, so those are the only setups. So today during the live session, I don't think unless we get this US 30 trade, so looks like we may get, so US 30 gives us a buy at 38,702, 38,634, 38,631, and 38,737. So I think the 30-minute US 30 buy might be better than this 15-minute buy, but we'll see what price does when it gets to these levels. What's I looking? Yeah, so gold might hit that target first before coming back down. That would have been a nice one as well. Yeah, so this trade would already have been at a 1:1, and we would have been at break even. So for that particular 4-hour setup on gold, I'll just go to the next level below there. And yeah, today I got a little bit late, and I hadn't done the analysis for that, but that would have been a perfect buy on gold. Go to the 4-hour and move down to the next zone. So this zone is still valid as well. So they haven't taken out that demand, so that's fine. So if this crossover still remains, this is still a valid sell zone on gold at 2158. If it gets taken out, then we would have moved down to 2148, but that's still a valid sell zone on gold, but just not gonna follow that
You
particular
mean buy zone, not sell zone,
trend.
right? Buy zone.
Yeah, did I say sell? Yeah, buy
Yeah.
zone. Yeah, so that's still a valid buy zone. And I looks like we had marked it up a while back as well. Yeah, so 2157 still remains like a buy zone. So let's see what this US 30 does. US 30 hasn't been the best for me personally this week. Gold has actually, the wins I've had this week have been, I think gold. I did have one US 30 win, but the official wins we've had this week, yes, Tuesday, a gold one, and the yesterday's at 2157, even though it wasn't an official trade, but that one would have exited at break even. So let's see how this US 31 moves. I'll focus more on the 30-minute setup compared to the 15-minute, but let's see what price does when it gets to this zones. So 734 definitely is a buy zone as well, but this is a demand zone that's part of two demand zones. So there's this one at the top and this one at the bottom. So of course, for me, I go for the most optimal one, which is this one at the bottom here. So I would rather take the 30-minute one. The other thing I keep forgetting to check are key points of interest, like order blocks. So here we have a 4-hour bullish high at 4-hour bullish high at 675. So we ask ourselves, where is liquidity likely to head? Let me go back and do it on the 30-minute. All right, so we ask ourselves, where is liquidity likely to head? So here we have this 4-hour bullish high, and then the 4-hour bullish low is ideally a little bit lower than our stop loss. So this, and I'm liking the 30 minutes. So we know the 4-hour bullish low is at 38,573. Let's see if any of the other timeframes on US 30 give us an entry close to that. So this one is a tricky one to watch. I'm liking the 38,634 looks good to me. But looking at this, knowing that we have a 4-hour bullish low here, we have another inner demand zone here at 38,540. So 38,540 might actually be where they're going to pick up price. So remember what happens during this order blocks. And these two order blocks are so close to each other. They're high time frame order blocks. So we have the 4-hour bullish high at 38,680, the 4-hour bullish low at 38,575. That's nothing for US 30. That's like 100-point move. So it can easily take that out. And if they get to an order block, so remember, same thing we've been talking about. When they get to these zones, rarely, yes, price will have some sort of rejection here, but then what they'll do some stop hunting. If they're stop hunting, where are they going to pick up that liquidity from? Here. Come back here, and then when price gets back to that 4-hour bullish low, you get a spike up to the upside. So I think 38,540 is a better. It does look like it's a bit far away from where price is at because it is 240 points away. But remember, this is US 30. It can easily get to that point. So I think this is a better move for US 30 at 38,540. The next best one is this one, 38,364, because keep in mind, we still have the 4-hour bullish high here. So it doesn't mean that price is going to test the 4-hour bullish high and bullish low at the same time. So if it's testing the 4-hour bullish high, same thing. So you do here something like this. They do a stop hunt or raid, come back here. So the 30-minute buy on US 30 looks better off to me. So knowing that, I'll not take the 15 minutes. I'll not take the 15-minute buy on US 30. I'll be looking to take the 30-minute buy on US 30. And yeah, gold, yeah, we just missed that one. But if gold comes back down here again, this is still a valid buy area on gold at 2158. Not sure we're gonna have, the only trade setup I do see us having is either gold or US 30, mostly US 30. So US 30, I do see us possibly getting that on the live session. But later on during the day, You might also get this EU setup at what 1.087. Again, I'm not looking to be trading EU as much. So I think I'll be focusing mostly on gold and US 30 ideally because they move faster than EU. Um, yeah, so let's see if we get this US 30 minute one. If we do not, then that's fine. You'll just mark up these zones for yourself and uh observe what price does. But remember, these entries come between 9:45 to about 10:30-ish. 9:45, or call it 9:45 to 11. And then the afternoon entries come in after 12:30. And also for the 4 hour entries, if it's a 4 hour entry, you want to watch the 1 p.m. Eastern time candle. So this is why also for this gold trade, it might also validate during the 1 p.m. Eastern time candle. But anyway, so let's see what this US 30 does in the next 15 or so minutes. If we don't get an entry, then that will be it for the day. And then we'll catch up next week on Tuesday. Sorry, trying to multitask. Right. US 30 seems like we're gonna flash down from here for US 30. So I do expect US 30 to flash down. On the 30, we have some sort of upward trend, but I do see us flashing down. So I think for today, and especially Fridays, and I've mentioned this before, it's best to take those afternoon entries. This pre-New York entries, because right now you have London session or London market closing as well, which it's either closing right now or closing in an hour. So you have all those manipulation points in play, and also Asian session is closed, right? So New York session for Friday, 1:30 is normally a good time to take a trade. 1:30 or 2 p.m. Eastern time, that's normally an ideal time to take trades, whether it's for US 30 or gold. So um if you can, I would advise waiting for that. You might get that 38,540 entry. You might get the gold entry. You might get the 30-minute gold entry at 2144, 2145 as well later on today. But I think gold compared to US 30, gold will probably consolidate, or probably consolidates a good amount of Fridays. You'd have to backtest that. I don't trade gold as much as I trade US 30. But I know definitely for US 30, you have some nice moves on Fridays post 1 p.m. Eastern time. So one thing I forgot to do yesterday, I didn't take a screenshot of the US 30 trade, but see what point did I enter US 30 yesterday? 38,961. Oh, oh, okay. Um, 961, 2,960, 961.9. It's the one that hit stop loss yesterday. Forgot to take a screenshot of it for my records. Um, the best one there. Or maybe I did take a screenshot. Let me see. Yesterday is the 14th. No, I didn't. Save. Um, 14. What's the other trade that I took? Took a gold trade at what time that was? After the live session. Break even. 30 minutes. Um, so this one didn't hit TP. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to take a screenshot of this for my journal from yesterday, 2158.04. 2158 point, oh, okay. 2158. What candle was that? Green, two reds. One green, two reds, 2158.
What supply zone did gold reject from?
0.64. Just a second. From yesterday or from where? So this was break even. S- 14. Save that. 14. Livy, what do you mean? Like today or when?
Never mind. It's still it's looking at the wrong chart. It's looking at something else.
Yes, 30.
I think gold's gonna keep going down.
So checked for US 30, checked for this one. Hourly bullish. What's that buy zone on gold? 2158.0. 2158.0. What's below here? 2154. Is there any 2154 area? Um, okay. Nothing here. You daily bullish high 1.08. Hourly 87.48. All right. I don't see, I still think US 30 is gonna flush down, but I don't, there's ideally no volatility in the markets right now. But yeah, I'll be looking to take the bet for US 30 at 38,634 if it does come down there. Uh, yeah. So that's the only trade I see for today. Gold, gold is tricky. We have an hourly bullish order block here. We have nothing below where gold is right now. So if they tap this OB, it might be tricky for gold coming back down here to 2145, but we'll see. Friday is just crazy. Friday, what you expect the market, or let me say me, what I normally expect the market to do sometimes, it does the reverse. But in the afternoon, you're gonna get like three of these trades lining up. So that's why I'm not even in a rush to try and catch the New York session or morning session of New York on Fridays. But later on in the afternoon, one of these trades, either the gold one or the US 31 is going to come by, and that's the one I'm going to look to take. But anyway, other than that, I will see you guys next Tuesday. So far, no trades for today, and just ending the week at break even. Had one win and two losses. That having break even for that due to the 1:2 risk to reward. Yesterday's loss we could have avoided, or I could have avoided, but just a learning experience for using the 5-second time frame. But I will see you guys next week on Tuesday. All right, guys, happy weekend.